Tragedy strikes a husband and wife on an early morning walk. Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, December 13th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Rochelle Metzger. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with that sad story. Prince George's police are investigating a fatal pedestrian collision that happened this morning in Fort Washington. The accident happened around 6:30 a.m. in the 9200 block of Livingston Road. Police say when officers arrived, they found an unidentified man suffering from trauma after being struck by a vehicle. The man was walking on the sidewalk with his wife, who was not injured.
Well, as of right now, preliminarily, we believe that the driver of the vehicle may have fallen asleep at the behind the wheel of the vehicle and struck the individuals. But again, this is still an ongoing investigation.
Anyone who was in the area at the time and may have seen something is asked to contact county police. Meanwhile, a man is murdered in Lanham in what police are saying was not a random crime. Officers responded to the 10,000 block of Old Franklin Avenue yesterday around 3 p.m. They found the victim, an adult male, suffering from a gunshot wound. The unidentified man was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. A preliminary investigation suggests that he was targeted, though police are still working to identify a suspect and motive. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS.
Lawmakers will take up the death penalty issue once again in the upcoming General Assembly session. NAACP President Benjamin Jealous met with Governor O'Malley this morning to discuss repealing the measure.
It was a very good meeting. He's clearly with us on this issue. He's even, I think, more hopeful that we can get this done this year than he was 4 years ago. And so we are going to move forward. We're going to be extremely aggressive this year and really pushing to get this done. We see this as the year to finally make sure that we repeal the death penalty and replace it with common sense. We know that the clergy is really behind us in a way that's extremely powerful. We know that our folks have been working for this for a very long time, and this governor gets it.
The governor led a repeal effort in 2009, but compromise legislation was approved instead of a full repeal. The compromise restricts the death penalty to murder cases with biological evidence, such as DNA, videotaped evidence of a murder, or a videotaped confession. Well, back in October, a trial that began in 2006 came to a close, but the issue over whether Maryland has continually underfunded historically black colleges in the state will most likely continue for years to come. One local lawmaker says it's time to reach a consensus on the issue.
The lawsuit asked for over $2 billion. We don't expect to see anything near that in year one or in year two. But I think over a period of time, if we are able to settle this lawsuit, because the final oral arguments, at least at the district court level, occurred in October, and we are expecting a decision by the district court judge, federal district court judge, early next year. But regardless of who wins in that, at that level, they can appeal it. And so we're really looking at potentially being in litigation for another 5 or 6 years. So instead of really going through all of that, I think it's best for the state to really acknowledge some of the issues of its past and make a good faith effort to settle with these universities so that we can all move forward.
The HBCUs are planning to hold their first annual night out in Annapolis on Monday, February 4th. So several civil rights organizations are also expected to participate.
The two people at the center of a controversy over the 24th District House seat in the General Assembly may still have a chance at getting their job. The State Appeals Court will hear Tiffany Alston and Greg Hall's cases on January 4th. You may remember that a circuit court judge ruled against both their challenges a few weeks ago. Hall sued to prevent the Democratic Central Committee from withdrawing his name. He was picked to fill the seat after Tiffany Alston was convicted of misconduct. However, Alston maintains that she is still the delegate.